Hello everybody, this is Dr. Bob DiMaria with another extended episode of Ask Dr. Bob. Very interesting questions. The first two have to do with the bladder. An individual wanted to know what causes a thicker bladder, what kind of application after the topical iodine was stopped. And then they went on to know what are healing tips for acute urine retention. Well, I don't really have a lot of people come to see me with a thick bladder per se. I know that I use iodine on a regular basis because it just helps my body hormonally. When it comes to urine retention, you may consider doing the Kegel exercises. You can do a search engine on that. You're basically squeezing the lower part of your body where either your female organs are at, or you can just feel that squeeze of all the muscle tissue there. I take 12 milligrams of iodine every day. A lot of times we'll see, especially in older women, they may have some urinary incontinence because of poor position of their pelvis. So I hope that in a roundabout way I was able to answer some of your questions. As somebody wanted to know, they've been following our optimal guide, they've had some health crises. They wanted to know about autoimmune. They wanted to know about ulcerative colitis. One of the biggest challenges that I see in ulcerative colitis is usually gluten, peanut butter, dairy, sometimes a parasite issue. When it comes to autoimmune, a lot of times if your body is just starving for nutrients, or if you have a leaky gut, your body will literally attack itself. So you may want to consider maybe having a stool culture done. I know in our practice we do what we call a CBC with a differential, and we look at our practice members' eosinophil count. So I hope that that will help give you some ideas of what's going on. We had somebody ask me a very interesting question. They're from the UK. They wanted to know about beets. I've been talking about beets for years and years and years, and there's a book I read many years ago called Clinical Purification by Dr. Gina Nick, and I went back and I revisited some of the statistics that they were talking about, saying that a large percentage of your diet could be beet fiber. We promote beets because we know that beets help lower the cholesterol. So I really drilled down and got into the nitty-gritty. Their recommendation was up to 300 milligrams of beet fiber. Now, I've been practicing for a long time. I don't know too many people that would really eat that many milligrams of beet fiber. That works out to about 15 teaspoons. A third cup of beet fiber is about, 15 tablespoons. And I went and did a little bit more research about a third of a cup, which I usually promote about a third of a cup because most people can mentally handle that. It's about 5 tablespoons plus 1 teaspoon. The bottom line is you can help lower your cholesterol eating beet fiber. I had a statistic from Ohio State University that said you could lower your cholesterol 40% by eating apples. So, eat your apples, eat your beets, eat your carrots, avoid stress. We talk about that in Dr. Bob's Trans Fat Survival Guide. Dr. Bob, if you eat cauliflower, could you have a sulfite sensitivity? We promote broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower for sulfur. I usually see sulfites in people who drink wine and eat deli meats. It usually means they have a molybdenum deficiency, and we use a product in our practice called Mozyme. Is it better to eat your cauliflower raw, cooked, or fermented? I would eat it as many different ways that you can. You don't want to eat it one way exclusively. I promote that on all foods. Eat it as many different ways that you possibly can. Individual is 54 years old. They have headaches at night during their sleep. They wake up with a strong headache. A lot of times morning headaches are a blood sugar challenge, especially if you wake up about 3:30 in the morning. I would avoid juicing more than 8 ounces of juice at one particular time, but it's usually a blood sugar issue. What would you recommend for somebody who has rosacea? We support the adrenal glands. We use a product called Cytozyme AD. You could take up about 9 a day, but I've seen acne rosacea go away when individuals eliminate sugar from their diet. What do you eat, or how do you eat your half an apple every day? I just eat it. I mean, I just eat it. I have a bag of vegetables that I eat and a half apples in there. I know that my wife eats her apple in the morning. She puts some almond butter on it and Celtic sea salt. Someone said that their iron level was really high. Wanted to know what to do about that. You know, genetically there are some people that do have high iron. My suggestion would be to give blood. My next suggestion, drink water. A lot of times we'll see individuals that don't drink enough water have thick, pasty blood. We had a friend of a friend was having a hard time sleeping at night, wanted to know what to do about it. And I didn't know what time they got up, but I have people who have a hard time sleeping through the night, oftentimes have a parasite issue because the parasites prevent them from having deep, restful, peaceful sleep. They're tremendous questions. You might pass this around, it'll make a difference in someone's life. I'm Dr. Bob DeMaria.